Fashionistas, how are you today? Welcome back to the channel. I want to thank you guys for coming back to the channel. My name is SavingsFashionista. She is I am her. And you have arrived to Nista's Nation. And over here we do mainly things fragrances, body or home. Today we're doing home fragrances, you guys. It is the 15th of the month. And for those of you who have been around for a while, you know I used to do a monthly post candle burn. And because it became so many and overwhelming to do them all in one video, I decided to split it up into 2 videos. So now, if my burning is, you know, plentiful, which it wasn't last month, and that was the first month that I had experienced that, I just was not in candle mood. But if I'm burning anywhere from 12 or more candles a month, I will split those candles into a 2-part video. Part 1 of that video for the month should be uploaded on the 15th or a couple of days after. Part 2 should be uploaded on the 30th or the 31st or a couple of days after. So let's just get right into it. Alright, so this time I have something from Bath Body Works, Homeworks, and Huntington Home. So I'm not going to present them in any particular order. I'm just going to go with it. Now, I don't have no rhyme or reason how I review candles. I don't do, it's just, I guess it's not real structured, if you want to say, but I like talking to you like I'm talking to a friend. So I'm just here to talk about them and give you my input on them. So I hope this is an inviting and relaxing atmosphere, and we can just conversate in the comments and talk about the candles. All right, so this candle is the Heirloom Orchid, and this is a Homeworks candle that I did pick up in the spring from TJ Maxx. You know, these candles, you can purchase them at TJ Maxx for $16.99, and that's like half of the regular price. So the fragrance notes in this candle are apple, violet pear, oak wood, and fig. Really nice candle. It was a 4-wick candle. The burn was very pretty for the most part, but the only thing that I have had a problem with the the Homeworks candles, is that when I start trying to light them, like if I put them out and light them after they have been lit the first time, that carbon, it pops really heavy. So I don't know a lot about trimming candles. I have tried to do it in the past, but it seems like I trim them too low. So I need some pointers on trimming because I'm not really good at that. So it did have just a little sooting, not a whole lot. I did notice that one of my wicks were bent, and when I would try to bend it back, I was afraid that it was going to break off, you know, beneath the wax. So I just kind of like left it alone. So that's probably where the sooting came from. But this candle was very nice for going into the fall. I never did get into burning it in the spring because I just think the apple component in it, as well as the pear, it just gave me a top of the fall vibe and fragrance, and it was really nice. This candle, when I burn these candles, I burn them in one of the largest spaces in my home downstairs in the main living area, and it's pretty spacious down there, so I like to burn them there because with a 4-wick candle, normally you're going to get a really nice throw from the candle, and that space down there, it is opened up really wide. So I like to have something as powerful as these burning in that open space. But you definitely could get the apple. The pear was definitely there. I don't know what oak moss or oak wood or fig smell like. I really can't gauge those fragrance notes, but this was a really nice candle. And always the packaging on Harry's candles, they always speak for themselves. This candle is so pretty. They do have pedestals for these candles, but as pretty as these jars are, you don't even need a pedestal. All right, so coming up is a White Barn single wick candle that I purchased at Bath and Body Works. This is the second one that I purchased. I could not find the candle online because I did get this on a 50% off a couple of weeks ago. So I think they have clearanced these out, but the fragrance notes are on the bottom. Luckily, I did not know that they start putting the fragrance notes on some of the single wick candles. So the fragrance notes are apple blossom, mountain sage, sun kiss, birch with natural essential oils. This candle is so good, you guys. This is not a new candle. It is a repackage because I went on eBay to see if, you know, I could find more, and I do notice that they have a different label on them. So this is a repackaged candle, and it blended so well with this Heirloom Orchid by Harry Slackens. I'm sure it was because of the actual apple notes that it had in it, and that oak wood, which probably paired really well with the birch and the sage in this. But it was just a dynamic blend, you guys. Really, really nice. So with my single wick candles, if I don't put them on the warmer, I normally burn them in the vanity area in my downstairs restroom. All right, so that was a part of the blend. And I had this one going in the kitchen. So it was really vibing down there. I mean, top of the fall, which is still very warm in my town, but it just really set a going into fall vibe. So I also made it through the Washington's Finest Apple Macchiato. This was one of the candles that I picked up at Bath & Body Works a couple of weeks ago. And the fragrance notes in the Apple Macchiato are Washington Spice apples, a hint of cinnamon, caramel drizzle, froth milk, and natural essential oils. I'm telling you guys, having that combination blending down on the first level of this house, it raised all the way up to the top, to the point where I really didn't even have to burn anything on the upstairs area, because bringing those blends together, it was so nice. I really wish that I had another trio of this. I definitely can get this. These are gone, I believe, and I think the Heirloom is a seasonal candle with Harry Slackens. I'm not really sure, but this was a really good candle. I definitely want to pick up at least one or two more of these if I can find them, because I only purchased one of them. But it's really nice. You definitely get that apple and that cinnamon and that caramel drizzle. Even, you know, that subtle frothy milk note. All of that was just in here. I don't think that any of these candles were like, you know, out there nuclear 10 and above throw. I don't think any of them really presented that, but they didn't need to, because with what I had going on to cover that entire space at the bottom of my house, it was perfect. So this was a really nice trio that I did enjoy. All right, so the next candle that I made it through, this was also a kitchen burn. This is something that I picked up from SAS. This was one of the SAS release candles for the summer of 2022. This is the chocolate banana mudslide. The fragrance notes are frozen bananas, chocolate syrup, crushed ice, a splash of rum with natural essential oils. That rum note in here, you guys, oh, it is everything. But let's talk about the burn experience. It did suit. I think this candle, it came with those very thick, ropey wicks, so it did, you know, produce a lot of carbon. But all in all, this was still a really good candle. It's the rum note. The rum note in here is very potent. So if you are a person that like candles that have that beverage, boozy-like note in it, this is a really nice one. But be mindful. Whenever I burn a chocolate candle, chocolate lingers for some reason. And I love that about chocolate candles. I am a fan of chocolate candles. But I do like the component of the linger effect that that chocolate gives in it. I'm not a banana person. I don't even like bananas in my smoothie. But I think the banana in here was a really great balance with the rum and the chocolate. So this was the chocolate banana mudslide, and that was definitely a kitchen burn. I burned that in the kitchen. All right, so the next candle is the Huntington Homes Rose Water Sangria from Aldi's. This is a good candle, you guys. If you see this candle, pick you up one or two. I am going to pick up more. I've been to Aldi's several times and I didn't even look at the candles, but I definitely need to get another or maybe two of these. The Rose Water Sangria, it just says Rose Water Sangria. This candle is so nice. And you know what I like about this candle? It has like an incense throw to it. So those of you who know what an incense is, I remember growing up, that's how my grandmother kept our house smelling a certain way. She didn't use scented candles. She used incense. And y'all know what incense are because they still sell them in the little convenience store. So it had an incense vibe to it, and it was a nostalgia for me. I really, really enjoyed this candle. Now with Aldi's candles, the Huntington Home, it's never a clean burn. I don't know why there's always like a waxy residue around the cylinder of the candle. I don't know, but as far as the actual burn, it was a relatively clean burn. The wicks burned down to its entirety. I really enjoyed this candle. You could pick up the berry note from the Sangria. And there was a little sweet floriness to it from the rose. But the incense factor that it gave me, I really enjoyed that. So this is the Huntington Homes Rosewood Sangria. Rose Water Sangria. Alright, the next candle, I have been holding on to this candle since the day that it was released. I may have picked it up before it was released at the time. And I only picked up one of them, and I had been holding on to it and holding on to it. And it had gotten to a point where I just could not find anything in my candle collection that I was really in the mood. When I burn candles in my bedroom, it is definitely based off of my mood. I have to be in the mood to smell that particular fragrance. So I was going through the candles. I did a cold sniff and I thought, okay, that would be nice. So I started to burn the butterfly. The fragrance notes in the butterfly are raspberry nectar, iris petal, airy vanilla with natural essential oils. This candle was really nice. It provided just what it needed to provide. That butterfly is a very beautiful fragrance, you guys. It gives you this very like berry, fresh, clean, perfumey note. And I really enjoyed it. This candle floated all the way into my walk-in closet as well as my bathroom in my bedroom. And it was just a really nice candle. When the candle was burning as I approached the bedroom from coming up the staircase, and I definitely could smell it. So it had a really nice throw in that particular space. I do think if this was in a smaller space or smaller room, it would get kind of stuffy because the fragrance notes that are in here that provides that perfumey note, I just think that those notes need some space to expand and make it through the air. But it was really nice. Wish I had gotten more, but I didn't. All right, the next candle is the peach and Prosecco. It took me a minute to burn through this candle because it was something in it. I think it was the peachy note. Something was going on with me a couple of weeks ago where there were certain things that was just upsetting my stomach and making me very nauseated. I was really sick to my stomach to the point of, you know, like regurgitating. And even certain smells was just making me very nauseous. And you kind of like how you feel when you're expecting. But this was just like throughout the day. It wasn't like the morning sickness thing. And my stomach just was not right for some reason. It was just weird. So it took me a minute to get through this. And it was almost kind of like a turn off because I don't know what it was about this peach note that just did not agree with me. But it is a really nice candle because I think I bought like 4 of them. It just wasn't the time for me. The fragrance notes in the peach Prosecco are bubbly champagne, juicy peach, a hint of vanilla with natural essential oils. This is a good candle, you guys. It was just me. It was just not agreeing with my body at the time with whatever I had going on. I don't know if I had a little virus. I don't know, but it just was not agreeing with me. And it took me a while to get through this, like I said. And normally when I would burn it in the bedroom, I would be in other rooms in the house, and then I would put it out once I got back in the bedroom. And, you know, with the air, and I have a ceiling fan in the bedroom, with that going, it kind of like pushed it out and dissipated it some, where it wasn't so bothersome. But it was a really clean burn. I did eventually make it through it, but don't get me wrong, this is not a bad review. It's a good candle, but it just was not working with me or for me this past month. So this is the Prosecco and Peaches. All right, the next candle, thank you, Sanico. Sanico referenced this candle, and I just saw something on one of her reels. I think she said if you were thinking about getting the autumn chai, think about getting this. So you got to go over to her channel and check out what she had to say about it. But this cinnamon latte, this is a good candle, you guys. This was a kitchen burn. It's still really potent with the fragrance. That cinnamon and that coffee note was everything. This candle really performed. That Sangria candle and this candle, I think these are two really good candles. I would even gift these candles. Not that anything is wrong with Huntington Homes, because I have gotten quite a few Huntington Home candles as gifts, and I really enjoyed them. But I'm saying as far as making sure that they have some scented wax and they will possibly enjoy it, and it could be something that the entire house could enjoy, I would definitely recommend these two. This was a perfect kitchen burn. I really enjoyed it. I need to go and see if I can get more. So this was the cinnamon lattes from Huntington Homes, picked up in Aldi's. All right, so as you guys can see, I did change my little background. And if this is creeping you out, just let me know. I'll turn it around, but I just wanted to go ahead and kind of like put up my Halloween little setup. So I removed this. This had already evaporated a long time ago. I was just keeping it up there as a part of the decor, but I'm going to go ahead and discard it. This was the almond macaroon. Very light, but it was perfect for this area because it will give you a very nice, subtle fragrance with that almond and macaroon note. So this was nice. I never did make it through this. It is scented, but like I said, it is a more intimate candle. The fragrance notes are light within itself, you know, the almond and the macaroon. But just this size candle in a single wick, it is really light too. I don't know if I might just go ahead and burn through this so I won't waste it, because this is not even a good candle to put underneath the sink for inclement weather days, because it does not show any lighting because of the jar. But I made it, or somewhat made it through this. And this is also by Huntington Homes, and I picked this up at Aldi's last season, some time ago. So that's all I have for you guys. I'm in the process of burning some more candles, so hopefully they will build up to the point where I can bring you another post candle burn. And I appreciate you guys for coming back to the channel. Please leave any comments below of any of the candles that I featured that you have experienced, or any new candle recommendations, because I have not been on a big candle purchase. I am really trying to discipline myself, because candle day to me is like an event. So if I have all this influx of candles outside of the, you know, the dozen maybe that I'm collecting that I just keep, it's not fun. So I'm really trying to burn through and experience my candles leading up to Candle Day so that I can have the fun that I like to have on Candle Day. So thank you guys for coming back to the channel, and do not forget, you, yes you are great. Bye-bye.